Oh, hey now. How you doing? How you doing tonight? How you doing tonight? How am I doing tonight? How are you doing tonight? We got some lime bubbly here. And you know, it's always a good night when there's a little lime bubbly in the mix. I want to hope, I want to believe, I want to imagine. Um yeah, this one's raw and dirty tonight. Raw and dirty one tonight. Yo, let me tell you something. Let me tell you something. The internet is an amazing place. It's a cursed place. It's a lot of things. It's a concoction, a cacophonous concoction of love and hate and indifference and you know, all the best and worst of humanity is represented here on the internet. But every once in a while, every once in a while, uh, I am confronted with like moments of just shock. And, you know, this is one of those things where like I wish I could turn to someone and be like, hey, 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 you're the hooligan. Robbie Bloodshed is a hooligan. This is one of those things, though, for real. Like, this is one of those things where it's like, I want to turn to someone and be like, oh my God, can you believe this? Can you believe this? So I've been like, CBGBs. I grew up at a really weird time. I've talked about this before. I grew up at a really weird time where I was old enough to go to CBGBs, but CBGBs was like at the very tail end of its run. And I saw, my friend's band would play there a lot. So I would go to those shows. And on occasion, I saw TSOL. I saw Leeway, and I saw the Bad Brains, or some would say that it's the Bad Brains Jam. I saw a bunch of different stuff. And then I moved to Chicago, and CBGB's closed down. But, it was right at a time where I really got into, punk music. And I was just really trying to, experience as much as I could experience. I want to see Iggy and the Stooges, and just whatever I could, get my hands on. I was read Legs McNeil's book, this, that, and the other. As I started going to CBGBs in like 2003, and the last time I went was 2006. And what's crazy is I had this very vivid memory of going to see, what was billed as the Bad Brains. Okay. It was billed as the Bad Brains. Some would argue semantically it was not the Bad Brains because it was John Joseph singing and it was Mackie on drums. It wasn't HR. But, my argument, the flip side of that for me personally is like, I mean, this kind of is contradictory to what I normally say, but like, HR at that time was not in a great place. And he would just stand there like this. He still does it to this day. He just stand there and he wouldn't really like get into it. He wouldn't so they were like billing themselves as the Bad Brains, but HR wasn't really performing like he used to. I don't really think he could. He was very frail. I mean, I think he's still very frail. I'd imagine that he's still very frail. He's a frail kind of guy. But drug use, and he has health problems. And yeah, listen, I'm not here to judge HR and what's going on with him. But when I went to go see the Bad Brains at CBGB's, this is crazy. This was nearly 20 years ago. This was 18 years. This was 18 years ago. That's insane. I went to go see, and I get up there. I'm like, wait a minute. I'm like, who's this fucking white guy? It was fucking John Joseph from the Cromags. And I'll tell you something. And John Joseph, I'm not a fan of John Joseph for a lot of reasons. I don't agree with 99% of what John Joseph is about and what he says and the way he goes about, the way he conducts himself. Leaves a lot to be desired for me personally. I do appreciate the idea that, he's a very driven individual and tries to be a positive force. But I mean, that's really where the buck stops for me, because everything that guy says and does, and just, oh God, John Joseph, not, but I think one of the greatest things John Joseph ever did was play this Bad Brains set, which I just discovered on YouTube. He came out and Mackie was on drums, the two guys from the Cromags, and it was Dr. No and Daryl Jennifer, and they were billed as the Bad Brains at CBGB's. So I went down to go see the CBGB's. I went down to CBGB's, and that was like a cool thing. I'm a kid from the suburbs, Westchester. You take the Metro North down into the city. You get off of Grand Central. You got to take 456 train downtown. You can get off at Union Square, or you can get off further down. You get off at the Bleecker Street stop, right? And you climb up the stairs and you walk down Bleecker Street, and eventually it T-bones with 315 Bowery. And you're right there. You see the awning, and it's like, even, that was when like the internet was really young, right? And I feel like now CBGB's is like this is even more legendary than it was when it was around. And by that point, it had been around for 30 something years, right? So like now, like anything that goes by the way of the dodo, as it's gone, its legend grows and it grows and it grows. And so I feel like now it would be even more legendary. But it was always such a thrill to just walk down those streets and imagine like this is where all that punk rock stuff happened. This is where the New York Dolls stood here and the Ramones stood over there. That's where the Dictators were. There's Richard Hell. Like everything happened in this area, this incredible swath of history. Television, Bad Brains, the Misfits, Iggy Pop, Blondie, Talking Heads. I could go on and on and on, right? And now like here I am at like the tail end. I'm like, it was I remember it was snowing, it was cold, right? And I walked down, I was wearing my, my standard issue leather jacket. And what's funny? I want to say that I was wearing camo shorts in February, because I think I knew it was going to be hot in CBGB's, because it could get really hot in there. And, if you've never been to CBGB's, actually, there's a great video. Man, we should take a look at that sometime. There's a great video. Somebody had the wherewithal to, do kind of like a 3D photo tour. Fuck, I should really pull that up. Let me see if I can find it. Let me see if I can find this thing. Now I feel like CBGB's walk through. Here we go. Let's see if we can find this thing. Yeah, look at this, man. This is so cool that this exists right here. If it would click. Oh, come on. Is this frozen? No. No way. This can't be frozen. What's going on here? No one has time for this shit. You fucker. Why is this happening? Damn. It just doesn't want to work. How about that? Yeah, that's not working. Let's see. What happens when I do this? I am so sorry. This is not good. This is not entertaining. I don't know if any of this is entertaining, but all right, let's try this now. There we go. There she is. All right, this is pretty cool. All right, let's do a walkthrough. Should we do a dude, it's very easy to see TSOL. I've seen TSOL many, many times. But the first time I saw TSOL was in CBGB's. Here, let's share the screen. Walk through. Check this out. We can actually do it. There we are. So you go, and there's the awning, right? And this was the gallery, okay? And they did shows there too. And this used to be right here. This was also kind of like the green room later on. And when I hung out with all the surviving dead boys here, this is what they were using for the green room. And that's another story that I've told on the show before. I was standing out here waiting for the Dead Boys were doing some benefit gigs in 2005. And I was standing out here and I saw Jimmy Zero smoking a cigarette and I recognized him from that Legs McNeil book. So I walked up to him and I just asked him, it's funny. There was a line out the door to go see the Dead Boys. And here's the Dead Boy smoking a cigarette. I'm smoking a cigarette. I'm standing right up to Jimmy Zero. And I just asked him point blank, is it true that Stiv used to jerk off in the chili? And he laughed so hard. He said, come with me next. Come with me. We walked into the CBGB's gallery right here and walked inside and he introduced me to his girlfriend. We sat, there was a couch right here in the window. You could see it kind of, that was a couch. And Cheetah had just had a baby. So he was over in one corner and Jeff Magnum was in another corner. Everybody kind of sat apart and Johnny Blitz walked in and Jimmy whispered to me. He said, do not mention the fact that Johnny Blitz was stabbed from way back when. And he just talked, he just answered all my goofy little questions. And it was cool, man. He was so fucking nice to me. And he told me about how they used to call up the Dead Boys themselves. They used to call up James Williamson from the Stooges and he would sort of suffer their questions. And so I guess he felt obliged to do that for me. Look at this. Look at this. Oh my goodness. See, remember what I was just saying about the T-bar? So that's Bleecker Street right there. And there was a subway right over here. And you get up and you walk down the subway and you would walk down here. And this was a place there was a shelter, like a bum shelter. I think it was maybe it was above here or it was this thing over here. So you had Bowery bums. I guess the last generation of them. I don't think they're there anymore. And so, yeah, so the CB's gallery was like an art gallery and they would put on different kinds of shows there. Let's go inside CBGB's. This was not my intention initially, but now that we're here, oh my God, does this take me back? So this is where, yeah, look, there's Hilly. So that's where all the business would, and Hilly had a secretary named Louise and she worked for Hilly. And my friends in the band that I was referring to, they wrote a song about her and they called it Pick Up the Phone, Louise. Pick Up the Phone was the name of the song because they were always calling Louise and they always wanted her to pick up the phone. And so she worked for Hilly. And that was the coat room right there. And yeah, you just would walk through, you'd check in right here or whatever. And then you'd walk in. And so let's walk in as they're calling this the main aisle. Oh my Lord. Oh, that fucking takes me back, man. And I'm saying this as somebody who's 20 years removed. But the reality is that, I was like, I was there, I was going to shows there for 3 years, man. Like, what do I really know? Look at this place. So I never sat up here, but this was like the tables up here. And now check this out. Now the sound booth is this little, see this place? This is the lighting board. This was the crow's nest where they would sort of do stuff up here. And this is where you could get your band, recorded, and you can also see right here. And people would line up here along the side. This is not the original stage. The original stage was destroyed in 1986 by Von Elmo, I believe, with a chainsaw. But you know who got his start up in this crow's nest, I believe, do not quote me, Tommy Victor from Prong used to work at CB's. He was a sound guy and a lighting guy at CB's. This looks like it's just the sound. Did they have the soundboard up here or is the soundboard somewhere else? You know what? I think this was just the lighting thing. Oh, maybe the soundboard was actually down here. Yeah. Okay. Now I'm remembering. But I know that I believe Tommy Victor used to spend time up here. And this is where they would video. You could get shows videoed up here as well, I believe, towards the end, I think. Again, do not quote me on this. Yeah, this is the mixing booth. I had it all wrong. This is just the lighting. This is where the mixing happened. Okay, never mind. Jeff, Jeff doesn't know what he's talking about. So here's the board. For some reason, this was a blank. For some reason, the crow's nest, maybe it was because I crawled up there one day at the lighting board. For some reason, I thought all the lighting happened up there. But right, yeah, of course, this was like a blind spot in my memory. As I'm about to share with you further, the reason why I went live for this right now, I mean, this is so funny. This is so fucking funny, man. Like, it's so weird. I feel like I'm in here and I haven't, haven't been here in a long fucking time. All right, so here's the performance stage. Oh my God. And it was a trip to go in here, man, because you're like, yeah, that was the view from the stage. It's cool. Now take notice of this. See this metal right here? This is actually a metal like plate, and it's riveted. It's riveted into the floor. Okay. That's very important for what I'm going to explain a little bit later. Yeah. And people would stand off on the side here, and they'd hang out up here, as you've seen in videos on YouTube, as you can imagine. Man, I gotta find them now. Hold on, now I gotta find the photos. And yeah. Hold on, let's do this. Let's do this right, shall we? Let me see if I could find photos. Sorry, little impromptu. CBGBs. I'm having such a hardcore. I'm having such a overdose of nostalgia right now for this, for something. Here it is. Oh my God. All right, I'll show this in a minute. All right, so right, you're on the stage. This is the stage, and look at this. This is hanging by chains. This is I guess this is the PA or something. And yeah, there were like tables over here, and sometimes these tables, I want to say that sometimes these tables would actually be moved up, because I remember sitting here and there were tables. It was like a Tuesday when my friends were playing or something, and they actually had the tables out. There was like 10 people there, and we all knew the band and whatnot. Let's keep going on our tour though. Okay, this is so much fun. This is amazing. This is absolutely amazing. All right, we're gonna go to the dressing room now. Look at the. So there were two rooms behind the stage, right? This was the dressing room, okay? One of the dressing rooms, I should say. And I believe the dressing room used to actually be a kitchen. This was the kitchen, right? See, look, that's where that's where all the smoke would go. So right here, there used to be an oven, right? And this is where Stiv supposedly jerked off in the chili, right there. Now there's another room. Let's go to the next room. Let's see if it'll let us. It says the men's room, ladies' room. No, we don't want to go there. We want to go to did nobody take a picture of that room? I mean, that's insane. Don't tell me that nobody took a picture of that room. Here, wait, maybe performance stage, ladies' room. All right, fuck it. Let's just go down to no, come on. There's got to be the second. Where's the second room? They don't have it. Nobody took a picture of the second room. How about that, huh? So there is no actual picture of the second room that I can show you right now, which is very upsetting. So you know what? Let me just stop real quick and I'll show it to you. In the next room over, there was a place where you could sit. And there is a very young me sitting backstage at CBGB's. Oh my God. This is right in the front there. That's me. And these are my friends in the band. And this is us. They're getting ready to play. And this is this is that back room. So this is the second back room. Look at my ball chain necklace and my Sublime patch and my Misfits pin. And my vinyl. This is like a vinyl. It wasn't really a leather jacket. It was like a vinyl jacket. My independent trucker hat. Yeah, God, those are the fucking days, man. That is too funny. That's the band. That's the other room, I believe. That's the no, that's the same room, same room. So it's so sad that it seems that this room was not, huh, this room was not how about that? All right, let's keep going. Okay, so now we're gonna go to the most infamous place of all, the men's toilet at CBGB's. This place was gnarly. This place was gnarly. Okay, so take a look. So there's no stall. My friend Ian, who you saw in the previous photo, did take a shit in this bathroom. I never shit in this bathroom, but I did pee in that urinal. I peed in both of these urinals many times, and it was an honor to be in what was considered to be one of the worst toilets in all of New York City. I mean, this was a legendary place. Legendary. And I don't think I ever went to the ladies' room. So let's go. So this is the ladies' room. And they had slightly more privacy in here. Slightly more. Just as gross, right? And then what's this last one? We went to the men's room, ladies' room stall. Let's go to the ladies' room. Let's see what the ladies' room is. Here you go. There's the ladies' room. They had slightly more privacy. And it's just amazing that somebody, again, had the foresight to document this. I mean, we're literally on a tour inside of CBGB's. It's kind of amazing. I'm so happy that we can take this tour. In fact, I almost want to say that we might have done this in the past. Have we done this in the past? I don't remember. It's very possible. Take a look at the floor over here. Side tables. Let's go to the side tables for a minute. It's in the back. Yeah. Side tables. You can't really see. Can't really see the floor. Fuck, that's crazy. You can only see the floor up there. I remember walking in and it was, the first time I was ever here, it was very damp. It was very cold and very damp. I think it was in the summer. And yeah, man. I mean, listen, like I said, I didn't spend a lot of time at CBGB's, but I was just very fortunate to get to experience this piece of New York history that is no more. And so why did we even go on this long tour of CBGB's? It's because to get back to that Bad Brain show. So like, I always tell the story about stage diving at CBGB's and, I kind of have a clear memory of it in my head, but it's something that, it's just one of those things that like, I never imagined that there would be video of it. And I just discovered video of this thing that I always, talk about when I talk about CBGB's. And so it's so funny to have found it. And I found it in the Bad Brain show. And this was my last time I ever went to CBGB. This was the last time I had the privilege of going. And you'll see a very goofy young Jeff stage diving. Hold on. Before we get there, let's talk a little bit about riot stickers. And we will be right back. We've got a new sticker deal at Riot Stickers. That's right, folks. We are starting a brand new promotion here at riotstickers.com, and it is for die cut stickers. What exactly is die cut? What does it mean? It's time for Sticker Science 101. Basically, you got your regular stickers, right? But we introduce a new element with the die cut sticker. Basically, what you do with a computer-guided scalpel. That's right, computer-guided scalpels. Isn't that a great band name, computer-guided scalpel? I love it. You can cut the exact shape of whatever your design is. So whatever you got going on, whatever its borders are, there's no borders, there's no limitations. You take your computer-guided scalpel and you just cut around the edge and you get, voila, a die-cut sticker. So in addition to the UV coating that protects from the sun, in addition to being printed on vinyl, which makes them weatherproof and waterproof, you can now have the exact shape that you want. Well, you always could, but you couldn't for a price like this. For $69, you can get 200 die cut stickers. There are some people out there who are die cut fanatics. They need die cut stickers in their lives. You are not going to find a better deal than this. Now, there's only one place you're going to find this incredible die cut sticker deal for $69. 200 stickers for $69. And that's if you go to the link down in the description. You go to riotstickers.com/Frumess. That's riotstickers.com/Frumess. What? Sharpie Riot, have you lost your mind? Have you lost your mind? These prices are insane. These prices are Crazy Eddie level prices. If you know Crazy Eddie, then you might be old. You might be older than me. You're probably way older than me. You click on the link, you do the thing, and you get your die cut stickers. Do not hesitate to get this deal, okay? And without further ado, Future Jeff, roll the 60-second Riot sticker commercial. Go, do it.
We make stickers, banners, and buttons too. Posters and promo cards. There's nothing we can't print for you. From stage backdrops to bass drum heads. We can print on shirts. We can print on hats. We can print on pants. Cheap prices and high quality. Quick turnaround times and free shipping. We also offer free artwork support. Great customer service and so much more. RiotStickers.com. Riot Stickers, we are the bomb. RiotStickers.com. Riot Stickers, we are the bomb. RiotStickers.com. Riot Stickers, we are the bomb. RiotStickers.com. Riot Stickers, we are the bomb.
All right, we're back, and we are taking a look at this amazing video. So again, here's the whole point of why I even was doing this in the first place, because I was amazed to discover, again, every once in a while, like Google something, like, I wonder if there's something of this or something of this. And this was one of those things where I had seen a clip. I had seen a short clip, but it was from a completely different angle. It was facing the stage. It wasn't anything from the side of the stage. And I'd seen photos, and I was always like trying to find myself, because I just wanted to, I was like, this is so cool. And I don't know. And again, like I always told the story. It's amazing how like you tell a story a bunch of times, and like it just kind of like, gets stuck in your head in a certain way. And then you actually see it, and you see it from a completely different angle. And that's what happened. Tonight, somebody on Facebook posted the Leeway set from this angle. And Leeway opened for the Bad Brains. This is called this is billed as Bad Brains Jam, which I think is probably more appropriate as Bad Brains Cromags, because it really is a sort of a fusion band. But they were billed at CBGB's. That show was considered to be the Bad Brains. Sometimes when HR and Earl weren't around, Dr. No and Daryl Jennifer, who always like the core, would go out in some way, shape, or form as the Bad Brains. And this was one of those times. John Joseph has a long history with the Bad Brains. He used to roadie for the Bad Brains, this, that, and the other. He loves talking about how he used to roadie for the Bad Brains. And this is him singing for the band, I guess, or at least, filling in for a show, whatever reason HR was not here. And I'll tell you something, as you're going to see right now, why am I bearing the lead? We'll just start playing the video. As you'll see, I mean, all he's just doing a cookie cutter kind of like HR. He's trying to be HR, from 82 anyway. And it's fine. It's great. He does a fucking great job. It's funny. I'm like looking at it, and I can remember it from that point of view, facing the stage and watching him sing, and just thinking in my head, like, who the fuck is this white guy? I wasn't familiar with the Cromags at that time. I knew the band. I didn't make the connection that was the dude from the Cromags. And, I mean, it was cool. I was like, all right, like, this is amazing. I mean, Dr. No's fucking amazing. Daryl Jennifer is fucking amazing. By the way, Dan says there's a small punk bar club in Chicago called the Exit. I used to live in Chicago. I definitely know Exit. There also used to be the Double Door. I believe the Double Door kind of, closed. Yeah, John Joseph, he was always kind of aping fucking HR's moves anyway. He's just like kind of trying to do an HR thing, which I'm sure he would admit fully. And in this context, I have no problem with it because again, if you're coming to CBGBs to see a set that's billed as the Bad Brains, this is what you want, right? You want to see it. And I'm sure there's probably somewhere in the thrall of that crowd right now, but there was a moment I'm going, fuck, I know I stage dived at some point. And then, man, I fucking found myself and I was just like really, really stoked to see it from a different angle. And I'll get there in a minute. I just want to see some of this footage here. Let's play a little. I'll tell you something. I appreciated that. I was 21 years old. 21 years old. I was 20 years old. I would appreciate that so much more today as a 38-year-old than I would, I think, even as a 20-year-old. I don't think I understood how fucking awesome what I was seeing. And just look at that. I mean, there's just a lot of great energy. Does he sound like HR? No. I will tell you that mosh pit was gnarly, or whatever you want to call it. The pit was gnarly, man. People were really rough. I absolutely got the wind knocked out of me. Somebody punched me square in the gut. I'm not talking about like an accidental, elbow. I mean, somebody hooked their fist and just fucking knocked me so hard in the stomach. And mind you, I'm not, I probably, as I was just saying to someone in a text, I weighed 138 soaking wet, like, I mean, I just absolutely got hosed by much beefier, heavier guys. I don't think there was a single girl there at all. All this hardcore shit is just, meathead guys, sweaty dudes. Look at John Joseph. That is so goofy. Look what he's doing. Look what he's doing. He's doing this weird little shuffle. He's just trying to be HR, man. It's kind of goofy. Again, God bless him, because he put on a good show. I had a good time. You guys, you weren't around back in the day. You don't know what it was like on these streets. Look at him doing his thing. Mackie is a good drummer, man. Mackie was a good fucking drummer. That was a tight band. They did great. Let's listen to some more. What was interesting, actually, what I remember very clearly about that night, about the show, was, again, I was kind of amazed by all of John Joseph's tattoos. I was like, who is this guy? Who's this white guy? Because I was expecting HR. And what's funny? I did end up seeing HR. I saw HR with the Bad Brains on a boat a year later, and I'm in the documentary. I'm in the fucking Band in DC documentary. You see me getting on the fucking boat. This is after CBGBs had closed down. But I'll tell you, that show paled in comparison to this show because John Joseph brought the energy. As I've said it on the channel before. I said it to anybody who'll listen. I even once said it to Paris from the Cromags. And he looked at me with such disdain and disgust, because Paris does not like JJ. And he looked at me with such disdain for I had said the most sacrilegious thing, a guy who revered and worshiped the Bad Brains, and he was not happy that I said that. And I referenced it. I had him on my podcast and I brought up, I was like, I don't know if you remember this, but like when I came over to I was at his apartment and I was interviewing him for something. I was like, I brought that. I was like, you looked at me. You were so mad at me. You were not happy. And he totally chuckled at that. I was like, how do I have to bring this up? I have to look at him. Look at Mackie. I didn't see the last time I didn't see the last time the Bad Brains played at CBGB's, but I did get to see them at one of the last times, on a technicality with this show. And it was magnificent. So anyway, they played 2 dates. They played the 25th of 2006, February 25th, 2006, and they played the 26th, February 26th. And I couldn't remember if I had gone to the 25th or 26th. And there's video of the 26th too. Maybe that's what it was. Oh shit. So that other clip I was referring to, that shorter clip, that was from the 26th. And this is the whole set from the 25th. And this, like I said, this guy, Ralph, God bless him, fucking a year ago, put this up. And that's the amazing thing. That's why I say the internet's amazing. That's why I started with the internet being amazing, because you can fucking just all of a sudden out of nowhere, something could just surface, No. Whiz bang. There was a band called Furious George that used to play at CBGB's, not Curious George. Yeah, I mean, listen, John Joseph was good for what he got the job done. He did. I'm somewhere here. I'm somewhere in the thrall of it all. Yeah, Mackie hits with such power. Mackie's no Earl Hudson, but I'll tell you too, obviously, like with anything, like the YouTube does not do any justice to how ungodly loud this was. This was such a loud fucking show. It was so loud. Yeah, John Joseph, he has like 3 moves. He does that little shuffle. He does the HR thing. He does this, trying to do his little like thing. I don't know, man. He's a good front man. He's a front man. He's not much of a vocalist. Kind of funny. I feel like John Joseph always wanted to be kind of like diet Henry Rollins. He wants to be like a Renaissance man like Henry Rollins, And I've never read John Joseph's books, but I have seen how he writes posts on Facebook, and man, he takes one thing seriously and not the other, or he's got some help writing those books. But I mean, he's a nut, dude. He's off his rocker about a bunch of stuff. I just like hate read his stuff. But I will say this one time he came through doing this set, because if I'd seen HR do it, I probably would have been bummed.
Going out to all the conscious youth in the house. Put your hands up if you're conscious. Old school style, put your hands up. Yeah. Punk rock and hardcore used to mean something. Don't let them cheat it. There's a message to what we're saying.
I mean, that's what was so cool about going to see the Bad Brains, because one minute it would just be a buzzsaw punch in your face. And then the next minute it would just be like super chill. You're just chilling. Everything's chill. Everybody's doing their thing. You know. All right, ready? Let's take a look at this. This is crazy. All right, so look. So, oh, there I am. Not me. Nope. You'll see me in 30 seconds. So here's the thing. So this whole night I was, you know, previously when TSOL had come to town, I got up on stage and I had done a stage dive and it went really fucking well. They played CBGBs. They Divided We Stand was recently out. So they were doing a lot of Divided We Stand material, doing like See You Tomorrow, Fuck You Tough Guy. That's become a standard part of the set. So they came to CBGBs in 2005. And towards the end of the show, maybe around Code Blue, I got up on the stage and I took a running, like you do when you're stage diving. I did a running start off this stage and kind of tumbled into the crowd, and it was fucking awesome and exhilarating. And I had done it a few times in a few different places. So I was like, all right, I gotta be on the stage at the exact same time that the Bad Brains are on stage. I have to be on the stage when Daryl Jennifer and HR and Dr. No and whatever, that they're on the stage. I got to do it. I'm going to get up here. I'm going to have a really good, I'm going to jump again. Mind you, I've already like kind of had the shit kicked out of me in this pit. I did not fare very well. Remember what I said about that floor with the metal plate that was on the sheet metal that was riveted into the floor? That's going to come into play right now. So check this out in about 30 seconds here. I'm going to slow-mo this first. Let me see if I can slow-mo this. This was such a trip. I can't believe I found this. This was so crazy. All right, ready? Watch. This is going to take forever, actually, motherfucker. Here, I'll go. All right, ready? Watch this. This is during Eye Against Eye. Oh, look who's face. Who's that? Who's that? Who's that guy? You see him? This is hilarious. I was so goofy with long fucking hair. I look like a fucking goofberry deluxe. Ready? Ready? Here it comes. Here it fucking comes. Let's see. Let's see. There's my fucking fin. There I am. Do you see? Do you see? Oh my God. That is so cringe. That is so fucking cringe. Oh my Lord. Look at that. Look at that guy. Oh, that's amazing. Sorry, I had to take a screenshot. That's hilarious. They're like, Oh, is that fucking funny? I'm like, I'm going to get up there. Look. Ready? I'm doing it. Oh, look at my. Holy shit. That is too fucking funny. I'm fucking vying to get up there. I'm vying. Ready? Oh, wait a minute. That wasn't me. This is me. This is me. Why did it? Oh, man. Ready? Look, there I am. Ready? Oh, this is too funny. Look, there I go. Whee! So it was super hot in there. I took off my shirt. I wrapped it around my waist. And I dived high. And let me tell you something. Nobody fucking caught me. Nobody fucking caught me. I fell on my back and I split open both of my fucking elbows. Is that me? That doesn't look like the same guy. That is me. Yeah, that's what happens. That was me. And then that other guy jumps in front. Yes. Okay. All right. Now it makes sense. Oh, is that fucking funny? There I am. Oh my God. I can't believe this exists. I can't believe this fucking exists. This is crazy. Look, I'll stand on the stage for a second. I'm somewhere right here. And then watch the trajectory. I go up real high and then fucking I land. I did not land well. I remember being on my back and my elbows are screaming in pain. Ready? Ready? Here I go. Ooh! Oh, you see my feet go up like that? I landed hard. I could have been so much worse. Nobody caught me. Oof. Had the time of my life. Had the time of my life, but nobody caught me. Is what it is. Is what it is. Very fucking funny. I was like, I got to find the guy. If I need to just not see that other guy, it's fucking crazy. That is so fucking crazy. Man, they are. Huh. All right, let's play at regular speed. Oh, it's too fucking funny, man. That's it. That's all I had to show. Oh my Lord. That is so funny. Oh, and that face, that screenshot of my face. Jesus. You never know what you're going to find on the internet. That's the truth. That's the bottom of the barrel truth. All right. Enough out of me. Peace, hair grease. See you next time.